He had just come back from working out at the gym.
And he got out of the car and I said, come on out here and sit a minute.
And I said, well, okay. And I laid it down right here.
A distracted Bob Smith forgot all about his iPad.
Then later on, I decided to go down to Goodlettsville and get a haircut. And I had left that iPad sitting on the left rear fender of the Miata and hadn't thought about it and took off out of here with it laying on the back end of the car.
Bob and his wife Ann just knew it was lost forever.
We went out looking for it that night in the rain, and the streets were running a river.
And it
No
continued
word.
to rain. And then it got
rain.
better, it started snowing. And it snowed, and it snowed.
Then, you won't believe this.
We was staking the mile marker signs, and we was in the median of the interstate on I65. And we was going along up through there, and I said, I believe that's an iPad over there. So we went over there, and sure enough it was. Didn't think nothing about it. Put it in the truck, and then at lunchtime I noticed it had their name on the back of it. So I looked up their phone number. The next day, I told my wife, I said, see if you can get in touch with these people, and we need to get this back to them.
She said, I think I have something that belongs to you.
17 days after the iPad was lost, nearly 5 miles from home, and out in the winter weather for more than 2 weeks, the iPad had been found. But would it work?
The glass was broken, and it's broken pretty badly around the edges.
The Smiths put the rain-soaked iPad in rice for 2 weeks.
We left it in the washroom under a vent where the heat would blow on it for about another week, and it dried itself out completely. And it works perfectly now.
The whole thing is a miracle. I sent T-Dot a note about Mr. Edwards. It is fantastic that they have such employees that are good citizens. I mean, he didn't have to do that.
The Smiths offered Rodney and his wife a $100 reward, but he refused.
I had to return it to him. That's the only thing, that's the right thing to do.
They ought to give that guy a pay raise, you know?
There you go.
They should.
There you go.
Yeah, they got somebody they really need, people like him working for them.